It was supposed to be a quiet start to a new year. You know, the kind streets still asleep, fireworks done, people nursing hangovers and broken resolutions. But inside a small flat on Liberty Street in Cork City, the new year didn't arrive quietly at all. It arrived with silence. At around 6:25 in the morning on New Year's Day 2023, guards were called to an apartment in Cork. When they entered the bedroom, they found 28-year-old Bruna Fonseca unresponsive. By the time the sun came up, Bruna was dead, and the man who rented the flat, her former boyfriend, would soon be charged with her murder. Now, here is the thing. This case doesn't unfold like a crime show with dramatic music and instant answers. It unfolds slowly, through court testimony, through phone calls across continents, through details that sound small at first until they aren't. Bruna Fonseca was originally from Brazil. She moved to Ireland in September 2022 with her niece, hoping for a better life. She worked, she made friends, she was building something new. She had also been in a long-term relationship back in Brazil with a man named Miller. They were together for about 5 years. But when Bruna moved to Ireland, the relationship flowed here and then collapsed almost immediately. Miller arrived in Ireland in November 2022. Within days, the relationship ended. Court testimony later described the breakup as tense and emotional. And this is where things quietly start going wrong. On New Year's Eve, Bruna and her niece went to a party in Cork with members of the Brazilian community. Witnesses told the court Miller was also there. They said he followed Bruna around the venue, tried to speak to her, would not leave her alone. Nothing illegal, nothing dramatic, just uncomfortable. But sometimes discomfort is the warning sign people ignore. Later that night, or more accurately early that morning, Bruna went to Miller's flat on Liberty Street. Evidence heard in court say she went there to FaceTime her dog back in Brazil. The detail matters because it places her there by choice, not dragged, not forced. What happened inside that flat is now the subject of a murder trial at the Central Criminal Court in Cork. The prosecution says Bruna died from asphyxia due to manual strangulation. That's not speculation, that's forensic evidence given by Assistant State Pathologist Dr. The post-mortem revealed more than 65 injuries to Bruna's body, bruising consistent with the struggle. Again, not opinion, court testimony. Miller has pleaded not guilty to murder, and that's where this case becomes complicated, because shortly after Bruna's death, Miller made phone calls, FaceTime calls to friends in Brazil. Friends later told the court that Miller said he had killed his ex-girlfriend. One witness said Miller turned the camera toward the bed, showing what appeared to be Bruna's body. Those friends contacted guard in Ireland. Bruna's cousin also testified. She told the court that when she arrived at the flat, Miller initially said, "It wasn't me." Later, according to her testimony, she said, "I shocked her." The guards arrived. They secured the scene. They questioned Miller. They collected forensic evidence. They began reconstructing the final hours. The defense does not accept the prosecution's version of events. In court, Miller's legal team put forward his account. He claims there was an argument. He claims Bruna hit him. He claims he tried to restrain her, not harm her. The court heard this explanation, but to the pathologist, the jury must now decide which version matched the evidence. And then there is the digital trail. The court heard evidence about online search history linked to Miller in the weeks before Bruna's death, including search about killing. The defense disputed the meaning and relevance of those searches. But once again, the jury hears it all. Every message, every call, every contradiction. This trial is still ongoing. Witnesses continue to testify. Lawyers continue to challenge each other. No verdict has been delivered yet. And through it all, Bruna's family has traveled from Brazil to Ireland to sit in the courtroom, to listen to strangers describe the final moments of someone they loved. She was buried back home in Brazil, but the question surrounding her that remain in Cork. This case is not about quick answers. It's about how relationships can reveal quietly, how warning sign can look ordinary, and how one light can end a life that crossed ocean for a fresh start. And now, 12 strangers will decide what happened inside that flat on Liberty Street. Justice in Long Island moves slowly, carefully, sometimes painful so. But it moves, and whatever the verdict, Bruna name will not be forgotten. If you want fast updates on Irish true crime, subscribe. We cover everything before it hits mainstream headlines. Thank you.